says before something insanely goes wrong. I don't know if this is going to be picked up on the mic, but there is a helicopter outside and it is loud. Welcome everyone to a new little mini series that I'm doing, which is going to be looking at my songs in a more in-depth view. So I have no idea what to call this, probably just behind the song. That works. As you can see here, we have my first single, which came out near on 5 weeks ago, which is Drinks, Drugs, Party Games. Now, I will just say this, that during the making of this, my computer did something weird, and I did lose the file that you hear. So what I've done is I've reconstructed it best that I can. Unfortunately, don't have the raw audio file. That is a shame. So, without further ado, let's get stuck into this. Oh, wait. So, as you can see down here, we have all the different instruments, synths used. So, I think it's best we start at the top with the bass drum, which is all the way through the song, which is just simply. And then during the verse, it's. And then during the chorus, it speeds up. And that sort of just plays along throughout the whole song, apart from the little end. So, combining that is obviously the tom and the snare. These have virtually got the same sort of lines to them, so we're going to review them together. That's a lie. So, the snares and the toms, they only come in during the second verse and the choruses. That's really their main goal, and this is what they sound like. Then during the verse, obviously this goes in company with the bass drum. And then as you can see here, during this little sort of break in the actual song, it goes. And then carries on back on its normal path. Okay. So then we have just a little symbol which is. And then again, that's just there for a little extra dazzle, I would say. I will talk about the background of the song, don't worry, I've not forgotten it. I kind of forgot it, don't hate me please. So next we move on to the two guitars. Now the reason there are two is because they both perform different functions and they both require different effects to make the function happen. So the first one only has a reverb on it, but the second one has a different reverb on it. So that's what separates them. So the first one is simple. And then in the verse. And much like the snare and the tom, it goes accompanied with the bass drum. And then during the end of the chorus, Nothing major. That is combined with the second bass that I've got, so that'll make sense once we get there. And then during the little instrumental part we've got which obviously goes with the snare on the top. So that is that steel guitar. Nothing major per se. It's just a different guitar than the chorus, which sounds like going into this little instrumental. And that is that function. So the difference between the two is this. One more time. So obviously, steel guitar B is a lot lighter than the first one, which sort of complements the chorus better than having a lower sounding steel guitar that I found out during my testing. So let's move on to the basses, because everyone loves a bit of bass, don't they? So this carries the main part of the song with into the verse. It really carries on the same apart from this bit. And in the chorus, and that's you. So it's teamed up with the bass drum to make the starting iconic. And that is that bass. Now, I do know the difference between these two basses very clearly. Shall we have a listen? So this one sounds like a normal bass, to then go into Did you miss it? I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. So this bass is only used for a deep brooding thunderclap, which is and that's it. And accompany the other instruments in this bit, it sounds like trying to do something at Wookiee Hole. So that's the main bit, and then you've got this little clappers in the chat, as I named it, because it is just claps. That's all it is. You're expecting something different. No, it is literally just a clapping synth. Now we move on to the piano, which only has this one bit. This is like a main piano, like the one you see over there. This is all it's used for. Which teamed up with the rest sounds I don't know if that's iconic or not, but someone will probably tell me. And then you've got this final synth here, which is, I've labelled it piano picking strings because it's a violin pluck, but I wanted it to be more piano, so And that's all it does. Literally all it does. So all that, the main audio, you know the audio. I've posted 2 videos. Well, I post the main official audio and the lyrics video, so you know all about that. But yeah, that's the main body of Drinks, Drugs, Party Games. I will leave timestamps in the description if you just want to listen about the theory behind it, the explanation of the lyrics, which I should probably get up ready because I am not prepared for this whatsoever. So now let's move on to the lyrics. So, actually before the lyrics, I'll explain the idea behind Drinks, Drugs, Party Games. So this was meant to all be based around getting absolutely wasted at a party. So the first verse is about obviously arriving at the party. The first chorus, the choruses are about spending the time at the party, and verse 2 is about the time after the party, where you've probably blacked out by the side of the road. And this little bit down here is just a memory. So that's a basic overview. Done. Goodbye. So looking at it in depth, going paragraph by paragraph. We start with, well, let's just see. So yeah, we start with knock knock, open up, I bought the stuff you asked for, which I did change to I got the stuff, so I probably should change that, but hey ho. So yeah, this is obviously turning up at the party, hammering on the door, and it's like, yeah, I've got some complimentary stuff for the party. Nothing major. A couple bottles, this and that, I'll tell you where the party's at. So this party's sort of got an entry requirement, so bring like a drink yourself to contribute to the absolute monstrosity that's going to ensue. And then obviously him demanding to let in. Him, her, it could be an it, we don't know. Who else is in this? Obviously inquiring to the answer, a couple dozen, maybe more. Then going on to what could possibly go wrong from here. A classic phrase which everyone says before something insanely goes wrong. So yeah. What could possibly go wrong from here? Oh wait, we got tunes and beer. So that's the realization. It's like, what could go wrong at this part? Oh, wait a minute. So that's when the chaos ensues. So I'll talk about the chorus afterwards, and let's talk about the aftermath. So where am I at now, mate? I don't remember anything. Obviously, you get bladdered enough, you're not going to remember what happened at the party or the night before. So that's where that comes from. Where is home and where is Bay? This line has been asked to me more times than anything else, of people inquiring, who is Bay? It's just a word that I put in there to rhyme with name. Obviously, you get those party hookups that are one night stand sort of thing. That's all that's there for. It's not meant to relate to anyone. It's meant to relate to just a generic random hookup when you're pissed at a party. That's it. Can someone please tell me my name? That gone, that bladdered, you don't even remember your own name. That's where that came from. Whatever happened there, I don't remember anyone. Sort of tying into the one up here. Except instead of anything, it's anyone, and obviously inquiring what actually happened there, because I need to know. Maybe something has been lost, maybe something has happened, you don't know. I swear that I will learn from this. Said every teenager ever when they went to a party, only to do the exact same the following, which leaves the line, just go and grab me. Just go and grab me another beer. That's what that's relating to. It's, oh yeah, I will learn. Next time, get me a beer, boy. But, yeah, that's what that. Now let's look at the chorus. Oh boy, this was so fun to think of. So obviously you got the title, Drinks, Drugs, Party Games. Never ever get bored, I say. If you're that drunk, anything's going to amuse you. That's where that came from. So, the night is still young, whatever happens, I'm sorry in advance. That ties into where is home and where is Bay. So, obviously, the night's young, we can do this little fling. I'm sorry in advance if you do have a significant other, but we are so pissed that we don't care. That is what that entails. So 1, 2... 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. I know the alphabet officer, so a common thing that the police will ask you if you are drunk, it's more targeted for when you drive, when they suspect you drink driving, or if they just want to mess you about, is can you recite the alphabet? So you start reciting it, but this one's a little different because you're that bladdered. You're like, 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. Yes, English lexicon. Let's go. And then Drinks, Drugs, Party Games, Party Like It's 75. So obviously back in the 70s and 80s it was much different, as we all know. And that's what that links to. So Party Like It's 75 is just linking back, so like, oh yeah, party like the good old days, the high of nightlife. And then to the final bit of the lyrics is this little memoir that happens. Of thinking back to the night and remember saying, alright people, raise your drinks and toast to a glorious night of partying and prospering. So this is just like one of those drunken speeches that people say. It's mainly in bars where this happened, but it happens at parties. I've done it. I would know. So yeah, that's the lyrics to Drinks, Drugs, Party Games. I hope you did enjoy. The next one of these will not be Nothing Should Have Made Me Stay, which came out last Saturday, because I didn't actually make that. I was just there when it was being made. It was my concept, don't worry. I sent everything over and was like, do what you want. And he came back to me and was like, here's what you got. So that's why you won't see one of these for Nothing Should Have Made Me Stay. Maybe in the future, I may get my hands on, I may review it, I don't know. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this first episode to something that's gonna happen regardless. Yeah, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my music work or any of just my crazy work, which is not related to music. Follow me on Spotify and iTunes. Those links will be in the description below. Leave a like, because an arbitrary amount of like ups will result in me getting more self-esteem and wanting me to do more work. That's my way of saying hit the like button, because I am a YouTuber. And leave a comment about your opinions on Drinks, Drugs, Party Games. Let me know what you think about the backstory, about the lyrics, or about the actual synth itself. And until next time, I will see you later. This is going up the week after. Hold on.